Hey guys, welcome back to Journey with Rebecca. My name is Rebecca, and today I'm continuing my quest to make more things from scratch this year and avoid store-bought items so I can have complete control over the ingredients and the things that I'm feeding to myself and to my family. And so today I want to show you just how easy it is to make a homemade granola. I made it for the first time recently and I will never go back to store-bought. It tastes so much better than anything you would ever get from a store. It's really simple and easy to make, and I have complete control over all the ingredients that are going into it. And I love how versatile it is. You can switch it up and change ingredients and add things based on seasons, like fruits and pumpkin seeds and all sorts of things. So I just want to show you how easy and quick it is to do for yourself. So I'm a creature of habit, and I eat the same thing every day for weeks and months on ends, sometimes until I'm just sick of it. And one of the things that I eat every day for lunch is vanilla yogurt with strawberries and granola. And what I was doing every day is I was taking like the granola that I buy from the grocery store, and then I was adding a bunch of stuff to it because I wanted to like tailor it to what I wanted. So I was buying like a cinnamon raisin granola at the grocery store, but it had like literally 5 raisins in the whole thing, and I was like, this isn't enough raisins, I want more raisins. So every day when I was making my lunch, I would add the granola, then I would add a couple of raisins, then I would add some cranberries because I like cranberries, great for your heart. Then I would add a few pieces of chopped up walnut. Then I was adding what else? Milled flaxseed. And I was like, this is really silly because I'm doing this every single day. Why don't I just make my own and, you know, add it all once and then just have it and be done with it. So I've just taken rolled old-fashioned oats, 4 cups of them, and added them to a bowl. And then to that, I'm going to add all of my add-ons. You can get as creative as you want with this. It's really completely up to you. So I'm just going to put in, this time I'm doing walnuts. My last batch I did slivered almonds. This time I'm doing walnuts, but I am going to actually add everything right into this container. So it's going to all get mixed together, and that's completely fine with me, but you do whatever you want to do. Next, I'm adding flaxseed. This is a great source of fiber and protein, and like I said earlier, I typically would add milled flaxseed, but for this one, I am just adding whole flaxseed. Then I have a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of cinnamon here. You can add more or less depending upon your taste, but it's really remarkable in the homemade version of granola how you can actually taste the salt in it, and it gives it like an extra little, you know, hint of flavor that you don't really get with a store-bought version. I'm also adding raisins and cranberries to this, but you want to leave that until the end. You don't want to add that right away because you are going to bake this. So leave this and add this to the end. And then I am just going to microwave this coconut oil. And this is a half a cup of coconut oil, and that will go into this as well once I mix all of these ingredients together. So while the coconut oil is melting, I'm just going to mix all these things together. And like I said, you can add pumpkin seeds to this if you wanted, or sunflower seeds, or you can change up the nuts that are in it. You can really totally tailor it to whatever your tastes are, which is one thing I love about them. And then if you didn't want to add raisins or cranberries, you could do strawberries. You know, you could do dried strawberries or blueberries or whatever it is you want. The world is your oyster. It's totally up to you. I'm going to grab the coconut oil now. So once you add the coconut oil, you're going to add, again, this is totally up to you. You can add a half a cup of honey, or you can add a half a cup of maple syrup. I'm choosing syrup just because it's lower calorie, and this is kind of a calorie dense food, so I'm trying to keep it as low cal-ish as possible. So this isn't store-bought maple syrup. This is actually a specialty syrup, which is actually infused with coffee beans, which tastes really delicious and yummy. So I'm just gonna add that. And then there is one more ingredient that I forgot to grab, and that's vanilla. So I'm just gonna grab the vanilla and then get this all added in, and you can smell the coffee in the maple syrup, and I think it's just gonna add an extra layer of flavor to it. So I'm gonna grab the vanilla. I always triple check that I actually have vanilla extract and not some sort of other extract, because one year, I think I've mentioned before in one of my videos, I accidentally grabbed peppermint extract instead of vanilla, and I was making a lemon cake for my son for his birthday, and it must have been in the frosting. I was making a vanilla frosting, but I added peppermint extract to it instead of vanilla, and peppermint frosting on a lemon cake really just does not taste good at all, and he has never let me live it down that I did that, and so I always triple check to make sure that I have the right kind of extract. So what you're gonna do now is just mix all of this together and make sure that all of the oats and everything that you've added are completely coated, and then it's just gonna go on a lined cookie sheet, which I'm just gonna grab quick. You can use parchment paper, or I have just one of these silicone mat things that works fine as well. And so just scrape this all out onto your baking sheet and put it in like a single layer. You want to spread it all out across everything because you're going to bake this and you want it to bake evenly. It smells so good, that maple syrup with the coffee in it. I think it's just going to add an extra layer of flavor to it that you're definitely not getting from a store-bought granola. So this is going to go into the oven at 350 degrees for anywhere from like 21, 22-ish minutes to like 24 minutes. You'll see it'll get like golden around the edges, and then you definitely want to pull it out then. So this is going to go in the oven now, and then we can pull it out and I can show you what it looks like when it's all done. Now I can't tell you how long it's been because I, of course, forgot to set a timer, and I'm notorious for doing that. But this is what the granola looks like after it's been in the oven for about 20 to 25-ish minutes. But you can see how here it's starting to get like brown around the edges. That is what you're looking for. So if you're looking for this to come out of the oven and be like crispy and crunchy like granola is, I will show you. It's not going to be like that. See how pliable it is? And you might think, oh my gosh, it's not done. It's done. Just let it sit and let it cool, and once it cools, it will begin to harden. Okay, moment of truth. This has been cooling for quite a while, at least 20 minutes. It's not totally completely cool, but you can see and hear that it's hardened a bit, and you've got some bigger chunks, and then you've got just some smaller pieces. It's totally up to you if you want to keep the bigger chunks or if you like them smaller. I like some smaller pieces mixed in with some of the bigger pieces. I'm going to add in my raisins and my cranberries now, and then I'll just sort of mix them all up together. And once it cools completely, I can add it right into the jar that I'm going to store it in. And I think I'm just going to add it right in here. But the real moment of truth, I guess, would be I have to try it to see which one I like better. And it's really hard to tell because they're both really good. There's no clear winner. They're both winners. It's amazing. It's so much more flavorful and just better tasting than store-bought. Anyways, store this in an airtight container for up to a couple of weeks. Like I said, I eat granola every day for lunch, and I'm sure that the kids will be enjoying this as well. And it's just really so simple to do this on your own and make it at home. And it can seem intimidating at first, I guess. A lot of the things that I've tried this year, I've been intimidated with at first. But once I've tried it, I've realized, oh, this is really easy and so much better and better for you than things that you buy at the store. You have complete control over the ingredients. So I will add this particular recipe that I made today to the comments of this video. But you can really mix this up and change it however you like. So I guess basically the base would be the 4 cups of the rolled oats, the half a cup of either maple syrup or honey, depending upon which one you want to use, the half a cup of the coconut oil, and the teaspoon of salt. I guess you would consider that your base. And then everything else that you're going to add you can really tailor to your liking. So as soon as you have the base down, the rest of it is completely up to you. So let me know if you try this. Let me know what you think. I really enjoyed it, and like I said, I'm not going to buy store-bought granola ever again because it's just so much better from home. So thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you all soon. I literally cannot set a timer to save my life. I don't know what's wrong with me.